Hey everyone! I know it's been a while, so I guess I'm back. I wanted to kind of give everyone an update. I'm sure you can see the band-aids on my face. But everything else is good. If you go back and look at all of my previous videos, then you can obviously tell that the spots on my nose, or it was mainly those spots, and then I had one here. It was really bad. I was a lot smaller. I've put on some weight, so there's been a lot of positive changes. And I would say that the potassium iodide probably helped more than anything. But it got to a point. Well, let me touch on this first. I think stress had a lot to do with what was going on at the time. There was definitely some fungal situation going on, but at the time I was homeless, and I don't know if I shared that or not, but we were actually staying in a shelter, and I was having to hide this. I was having to hide all the medical, fungal stuff. And then the fact that I had scabies, but I didn't realize that it had actually already been gone, but the stress made it feel, I guess it made me think it was still there. I guess somehow picking, it turned into somewhat of a picking disorder, but that's what this is. But I've went from having tons of spots, like you can see all the scars. So it was really bad, and I've learned to just leave it alone, because no matter how many times I pick at it, it's gonna look the very same way. I've got here on the tip of my nose. This side of my face was not ever, it was always this side. It was very odd, and up here too. But I think that the stress had a lot to do, especially with the beginning of the picking. I think stress plays a much bigger role than what we think. And I remember my dad, vividly asking me, "You're under a lot of stress. Do you think that has anything to do with this?" But he, with his, police cop self, he's very blunt about things. So, and I was like, no, I don't. I know there's something wrong. I know there's something there. I was diagnosed with the scabies, so I know that's real. It's not fake. But I think that there was a period where it was gone, but I thought it was still there. I think because I was so stressed out with being homeless, and I didn't know what to do. My job wasn't paying very much. So, to hyper focus in on something like that made it, almost made it seem like I was dealing with something, or maybe I was really avoiding what was going on. But at the time, it gave me something to do where I could just kind of like tune out and not even think about, what was going on outside of there. But it wasn't healthy. But it's what I did, and I can't change it, and I can't go back. But I have finally realized that, doing this is not going to help. But this has turned into somewhat of a, it's kind of like an addiction. I used to be an addict, and I've been clean for like over 5 years. So, 5.5 years I've been clean from opiates. I was an IV user, and that's like a whole nother. I've gone into that before, but I've been clean for 5.5 years, and I do take methadone, and I go to a methadone clinic, which has helped tremendously. I don't even honestly know where I would be if it wasn't for that. So, and I get my chip fixed. In my other videos, you can see where I had a chip in my tooth, and I did finally get that fixed, thank God. So, anyways, but, yeah, so 5.5 years clean, So you can imagine, like, going through all of that and being clean and, like, wondering, like, oh my gosh, is this now showing up because this is something that I got while I was, you know, in my addiction, or, you know, going into the methadone clinic, you know, 2 or 3 times a week. You know, back then I was going that many times a week, but not now, because once you pass so many drug screens, you get more take homes and you don't have to go as many times per week. So anyhow, what was I saying? Oh, you know, wondering where did I even get this scabies? Did I get it from the methadone clinic? Like, did someone there give it to me? Was it on one of the chairs I sat in? Literally not having a clue. So, these are my last 2 Band-Aids, and every time I get down to the last 2, like, I kind of just want to make that be the last one so I don't buy any more, even though I do need them for me and my kid, but I really don't want to show quite yet. They're not big. They're not horrible. But I did pick at this one earlier, and it's like I'm picking out like these little, they're clear. It's like clear, and it goes very deep. And I haven't figured out yet if it might still be some kind of a yeast or if it's keratin. Because keratin can get hard, because that's what our nails are made of. And by the way, my nails are like, I don't know if they're focusing, but I mean, they look so good compared to ever before. Like, some people are probably like, no, that's nothing. But like, for me, like, this is good nails. So, here we go.
Can I have?
Can you have what? No, you've had enough.
Well, like, I
am recording. I'm making a video, so I don't want to sit here and have this conversation. Go have a few, and that's it. I'm serious. No more than a few. So anyhow, my nails look amazing. And I have to believe that has something to do now with the vitamin D3. I really need to write my thoughts down before I do this. This is really just a test run. I want to see like how I can kind of edit. I need to learn how to edit videos, but I just kind of need to get them going. I have so much on my mind. And if I don't just start getting it out there, like, then I'll just shut down and not do it. But I feel like there's so much that I can share with other people that are still having these issues, because I feel like a lot of it is stress, and I feel like a lot of it can turn into the picking disorder, and eventually you're just picking and you're seeing things that are normal, but you don't know they're normal because, we've never seen it until we've started picking. So, there's a lot of layers to this. And sorry, I'm getting short of breath. I have the heart issue. I don't know if I brought that up in the past either. It's a rough spot on my tricuspid valve, and I got endocarditis from being an IV drug user back in 2013, and I found out that I did have a what do they call it? A congenital heart defect, where now it was moderately regurgitating or moderately leaking. That was in 2017, and I haven't had a checkup since then, so it could be like severely leaking by now. And I already know I need to go or find a new cardiologist, because the one I was going to is 2.5 hours away. And it's not like he's the best of the best, but it's just, once I go to a doctor and I like him, I really don't like to change it just because it's so difficult. But everything's went digital, and, we're doing everything online, like with Doxy for medical appointments. And it's made it a lot easier, and it saves so much money not having to drive to all these places and being able to keep the same doctor. So that's kind of been, if anything cool has come out of this whole shitstorm of a, pandemic. Anyways, I don't want to get in trouble, so. But, Vitamin D3, that's a big one. Vitamin D3 is not even a vitamin. It's a hormone that we get from the sun. A vitamin is something that our bodies cannot produce, that we have to get from outside sources. And a hormone is something that our body does produce inside of our body. The recommended dosage for vitamin D is 4,000 international units a day. High strength or super strength, whatever, high strength would be 5,000 IUs a day. Here's the thing. You can go in the sun for 20 minutes and you can get 25,000 international units of vitamin 3. So imagine being outside in the sun, working an 8-hour shift painting the outside of a house or just anything out in the sun, lawn care, like anything. Because, I mean, I used to do painting and construction, so that was the first that came to my mind. But so imagine how much vitamin D people like that are getting. And it's funny because usually those people are healthier. I mean, unless they're drinking a lot and things like that. But it's immune support. It's bone support. Tons of people say they get better sleep. I am doing 30,000 international units a day right now. But you have to do your research and you have to make sure that you are taking vitamin K2. And there's another one. I'll make sure I get all the correct information though. But I do know that vitamin K2 is definitely one. I can't even think of what it is that can happen now. I just know at the time it made so much sense, and I was like, this is something I want to do. And I'm just taking like the liquid that you put under your tongue so it absorbs quicker. It's just the Spring Valley brand from Walmart, and it's like $7 a bottle. Obviously, when you're taking the higher dosages, it does go quick. So I need to find a way that I can take these higher doses and not have to buy these small bottles or these small amounts. But another thing is, people are saying that they are sleeping so much better because it's bone support. People have actually been talking about how it's mending their bones. Parts, where they've had shoulder, like something happened with their shoulder, and they would start taking high doses of vitamin D, and over time it would start to hurt, and so they would lay off of it and not take the vitamin D. And then they figured out it was hurting because it was actually repairing itself. And so they started taking it again, went back to the dose they were on, and then eventually, they had no problems at all with that part of their body, which I think is amazing. And it makes, 100% perfect sense when you think about it. I mean, the sun, they're trying to block it out for a reason with all these chemtrails, or, they're trying to do something. I don't want to go too deep into that, because I don't want my videos to get all, messed up and YouTube be all over me. But anyways. But there's just so much I want to share. But I just wanted to kind of get it out there and let you guys know that I am doing a lot better. And there's been a lot of people asking, and I appreciate that so much. It's so sweet. I've tried to write back to each and every one of you, even if it has been a whole year later. Thank you so much for thinking about me and caring, and it really does mean a lot. My son is healthy. He's doing well. I don't notice any issues with him. And I never really did a lot with him as far as the potassium iodide. He did take it for a little bit, but not long. And I never took it, straight through a year and a half like I probably should have. But I took it enough off and on to where it did a lot of good. But the vitamin D3, I can't stress enough how big that is, I think. I've put on weight. I'm trying to I'm trying to just think of everything. I have been kind of suffering with like a mood disorder. They think that I might be bipolar, so they've got me on Lamictal, and a therapeutic dose is 200 milligrams. So at first I wasn't taking it. I'm like, this isn't doing anything. Well, then I find out 25 milligrams is like a super, super low dose. It's probably not going to do anything. So once the doctor explained it, and she told me that, you know, if you are bipolar, then you won't notice a difference until you're on 200 milligrams or more, because that's the therapeutic dose for that. So they've got me on 150 now. So we shall see. I do feel better. I do feel motivated to do more things. You know, just little things like cooking, or starting to do these videos again. Because, you know, I had a lot of people genuinely asking me questions and just really caring and wanting to know information when I first started doing these videos a while back. And if I had stuck to it, I mean, I would have a big audience by now. I really do believe that. And I never got to the editing process of everything. I never did any of that. I want to learn. I want to start doing that to make the videos better, obviously, because sometimes I can go off on a rant and I just need to cut all them parts out, so shorten it up a bit. But I feel better. I feel good overall. So I guess that's just the main thing. And if anyone has any questions, don't hesitate to ask. I'm checking my YouTube all the time now. And please subscribe. That would mean the world to me. Subscribe. And that way you can see all my new videos that I'll have coming out. I'm going to be doing a variety of things eventually. Starting out, it's going to be a lot of, you know, just updates on, you know, what life is like now. I'm thinking about doing some remodeling videos of where we are, because this place needs so much work. Like, it's not condemned or anything, but it needs a lot of work. And I used to do construction, so I just feel like that would be really neat to do that and to get it on, you know, video. Just more than anything, I just want to help people. I want to reach people, and I feel like if I already have people listening, I just want to help. That's always been me. I care about people, genuinely care about people and their well-being, especially when it's something I've been through and I know what it's like. And I've been through a lot, so there's not really a whole lot that, you know, I can't relate to. But, okay, well, I guess that's going to be good for an update for now. And if you guys have any questions or comments, then you can just ask me down below, and I will be happy to answer them as openly and honestly as I can. And I hope that you guys have a wonderful night, and thank you for watching. I have missed you all. Okay, have a good night, guys. All right, bye.